Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Lecture number 17, unit number 3, spreadsheet and Excel. In class we are studying our unit number 3 continuously from some days. In our previous lecture from spreadsheet in Excel, we have studied about formatting text in Excel, how we can format text in Excel, in which we have studied how we can change the font, which is font style, font family. Font family means you want new which type of font family do you want to use for your work. Like you can use Calibri is by default, you can use Times New Roman, you can use Lucida calligraphy, you can use Lucida handwriting, anyone which you like in your work. Then we have studied font size, you can decrease or increase the font size. Then font style, you want the font bold, italic or underline. Bold was the highlighted word, italic which was a little bit like this, and underlined which is this. So we have studied about some of the fonts characteristics. Then we have studied font color, which we can change the font color like this ones. Then we have studied cell align, your text in cell where you want to show it. We have studied left, right and center, and then top, middle, bottom. So these are the things that we have studied in our last lecture. Today we are going to study about applying borders and backgrounds color to a cell or range of cells border. You may have remembered in our previous lecture I had applied some borders on a range of some cells. Today we are going to study about that. Borders are outlines around the cell or cells. User can use borders to make entire entries in worksheet stand out. To apply borders, select cells or cells to apply borders. Choose the home tab. Let's say B2 to B6 and D6. These are the range B2 to D6. I want to apply borders. Home tab, here it is, borders. You can select multiple types of border, like bottom borders only, top border, left border, right border, no border, all border, outside border, thick outside border, bottom border, bottom double border, thick bottom border, top and bottom border, top and thick bottom border, top and double bottom border. Let's go with this all borders. Let me tell you one thing. The borders you are like you can see here will not be printed on paper. Only the border which are black will be shown on the print screen, like this one. The whole sheet is empty, but where we have applied the border are visible to us, but other ones are not. So this is the way you can apply borders to multiple cells. You can apply it to a single cell too. Here I have applied. Click the down arrow next to the bottom border and menu where click the required border option. Excel applies the selected border to the selected cell as shown in the figure 3.40, like this. Next is background color. To add background color, select cell or cells to add background color. Choose the home tab, click the down arrow next to the fill color button. Let's go with these ones. Here is the bucket, fill color. Select any color which you like. Now the background color has been changed. We can apply this to a single cells too. Next is click on the required color. For example, orange. Excel applies orange background color in the selected cell as shown in figure 3.14. Basically, the colors of background color we use to highlight some special cell or cells. Like if we go back, 2 to 3 lectures back, we have studied monthly result sheet. We can color that sheet header or the percentage so that they will be highlighted to everyone. Next is inserting new rows and columns. User can insert new row and column as required. Click on the column before which a new column is required to be inserted. For example, column A is in figure 3.42. Here, click the down arrow next to the insert in the cells group. A menu appears as shown in figure 3.43. Click insert column. Excel insert a new column as shown in figure 3.44. New has been added. Click anywhere on the worksheet to remove your selection. Let's go for example. I had select this one. I want to insert a column. I will go to home tab, then click on insert. Here it is written insert sheets row. No, insert sheets column. When I click on the left side of B, a new column will be added. As you can see, whenever I select any of the column and click insert sheet column, it will always be displayed on the left side of the selected one. Okay, the selected will be moved to next one and the new will be shown at the current position where we have selected. Okay, next is how to add row. Select a row, go to insert and then click insert sheet row. Now on the top the row will be, if I simply I will clear it. See here, I want to add a row below here, below this cell. To add a row below this cell, I have to select this one, because whenever I add or insert a row, it will inserted on the top of the cell. Let's see, you will see it. Insert sheet row. Now you can see. Did you see it? The row is added on top, and whenever I want to add a cell at the left side, I have to select the right one to add a new column. Now it moves to next one. Now you have seen that it was for column it moves to right, and the on row it moves to downward. Let's go to next topic. These are the things. Click on the row above which a new row is required to be inserted. Click on the down arrow next to the insert in cells group, and when you appears as shown in figure 3.45. Here, click insert sheet row. Excel insert a new row as shown in figure 3.46 here. Okay. Next is about inserting charts. Charts are the graphical representation of data entered in a worksheet. Charts are helpful in showing the comparison between different categories. Different types of charts are used for different purposes. Excel offers many types of charts including column, line, pie chart, bar chart, area chart, scatter and more as shown in figure 3.47. Using chart, we have to insert a chart. To insert a chart, select the cells that contain the data to use in the chart. Click the insert tab on the ribbon. Click on the type of chart to insert. Let's add some data here. As data has been added, I have selected this one. Now I will go to insert tab, insert, and here are the charts. Let's say we go for bar charts. Let's go this one. Here is your chart shown. This one, different styles, different colors, you can use any one, which ones you like. Here are multiples, okay, or you can change the layout, any one which you like the most, okay. These are the, it is called column, oh sorry, chart, depending on this data. Or I can change the chart type here. Let's go for line, and okay, now you can see the difference between different charts, okay. Or you can change again it to pie chart. It is proving you the difference between the charts. Any chart which you like the most, you can use according to your need or according to the requirement, okay students. To insert column charts, we had already done a practice about the column chart. Select cell in sheet as data or column chart, for example A3 to D8 as shown in figure 3.48a. To the insert tab, take the column button in the chart group. A list of column chart subtypes appear. Click the required chart subtype, for example clustered column chart subtype as shown in figure 3.848b. Excel insert a clustered column chart as shown in figure 3.49. Next is the line chart. User can also change the chart type for a column chart to a line chart. Click the chart to change chart. The chart should become available. Choose the design tab, and here you will see all the thing. Click change chart type in the type group. The chart type dialog box appear as shown in figure 3.50a. This will be open that when I have click on here, this one's change chart type, and click line with marker subtype. Click OK. Excel changes chart types to line chart as shown in figure 3.50a. Line chart with markers. Okay. Now you can see with the markers. Next is pie chart, and with that our unit will be winded up. Pie charts are circle graphs, are used to show percentage. The circle of pie chart represents 100%. The circle is subdivided into slices representing data value. The side of each slice shows what part of the 100% is represented. Select the cell to includes as data for pie chart. For example, the cells A2 to D5 as shown figure 3.51. Click the insert menu, click pie from the charts group, click the down arrow and select the first pie chart subtype. A pie chart is inserted as shown figure 3.51. With this, our unit number 3 is completed. Now we have completed our 3 units till now. What you have to do is that you have to complete the exercise 2 with today's lecture. And one more thing, if you have a computer system, do install Microsoft Office on it and do practice about the things we have studied in today's lecture, till today's lecture or in this unit about Excel, so that you did not forget when you are in exam. If you have any issue or question regarding to any of the topic, let me know. I will help you. Till next lecture, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.